Hello and welcome back to this, maybe the last video in our series, because we are almost done with our plan for the first, we'll call it first section, whatever. Now this time we are going to look at creating our object with a constructor, and I'm just scrolling up to the setup. Let me just... So let's just, actually let's delete everything. So we delete everything, and in our class from here we create the objects. I don't know if that's even makes sense to form. It's difficult to formulate object-oriented programming. If you read a book, just read any book about it and you'll be totally fucked up, confused, I promise you. So the best way is actually just to watch a lot of videos about it and just practice a lot. Reading books, words can confuse you even more. So maybe I'm actually saying too much. So I don't even like that. Global variables list class been into just global variables. Anyways, okay, we're going to create this class with a constructor. We're going to leave these global variables because we'll use the same. We are going to keep our setters for now. Let me write this down actually, because it's just a red one. We keep our setters. They can be useful later on. Yes. And the same with our getters we would need anyway to get the information. And our toString is so cool. Now let's create the constructor. The usual place for the constructors after the global variables, before the methods. So actually it's here. So constructor, to know what we're doing. Now how do you create a constructor? You just name something, a method, same as the class, like this. I think actually it's been a month since I've created a constructor. Let me just check. Yeah, so this is our constructor. Even though it's empty, it's just it works. Okay, so let's take some input into it. So this is when we create the object. When we create the object, input goes here. And there's one more thing that's important. There's probably many things that are important, but the constructor formula. The constructor is only called once. Just serve these three. The constructor is only called once, or run once, I should say. It's a better word. Run once. So the code in the constructor is only run once. It's actually a lot like the setup, like the setup we always use, which is also only run once. So a bit think like that. So when you create the yeah, just a moment. The constructors only run once per created object. That's also. So when you create more objects, it's of course run again for each individual object. We'll see how it works. So for each object, it's only run once when we create the object. So what do we put in the constructor? We put the information we want to store when we are creating the object. So let's say, in this case, okay, what would we store? So we could say, if we were to be realistic, he could be single, and here he could be without, not likely to have an enemy. So that's something to consider. I would say that you would just input a string, input string, we just do it like this, single. So you could just type single as the input. If it takes a girlfriend input, you could just type single, and the same with enemy, no enemy, something like that. There's probably a way to do it. And the other ones, superhero name, real name, yeah, whatever. Right, not yet superhero. If you didn't, yeah, I don't know. You decide yourself how you want your program to be. There's just an idea to what to input. If the constructor takes input, you have to input something that's just the bottom line. Whereas the setters are more optional. So yeah, let's just get started. So string, let's just call hero name. Hero name. String real name. String, no, we're just going to do all of them. String enemy. You can do few if you don't like typing much. And age. Yeah. So let's just see what time it is. 7 minutes. Okay. Let me type super fast. Okay, so string hero name. In this case, we have no problem. Hero name equals superhero name. So row is the other way around. I'm getting tired. Superhero name equals hero name. Yeah. And then we have real. Now we have the problem like before, so it's good to have repeat it. Now, this wouldn't work. If you don't remember why, go back to one of the earlier videos. We have to write this in front. This.realName refers to the global variable from this class. This.realName equals real name. Fine. And the same with this girlfriend equals girlfriend. And the same with this enemy equals enemy. Now I just want to show you for clarity's sake, because I mean, you could say it's a bit stupid. Now you have this all the time. Could you just write this superhero name, even though the variable here isn't called superhero name? Yes, you could. You could. You don't have to, because there's no naming conflict, but you can. Yeah. So, and the last one is the same problem. This.age equals age. Perfect. And let's just run the code. See, there's no errors. No, it runs. And let me check the time. A few minutes left. Let me just super fast create an object. Now delete the code from before, but maybe I shouldn't have. Superhero hero equals new superhero. This is what we had before. Let's just run the code and see what happens if we repeat it. Now that we created a constructor and it gives an error, which is good, because it should give an error, because now we created a constructor which takes input, so we have to input something, unless of course we overload it with a constructor that doesn't take input, which I think that you could actually have kept, yeah, which we could do. That's too much for now. We'll take that in the, so we'll have more videos actually. a few more concepts just to get clear. Input. So what was what? So let's take Superman again. Yeah, and a comma between the inputs, you know this, and real name was Clark with a K, I think. Oh. And then his girlfriend, which was good to keep some sheet here. His girlfriend Lena Lang. Actually, I think we could make a lot of more videos because there's still some things to cover, I think. Anyways, Lena Lang and girlfriend enemy, and now the enemy, Lex Luthor, which is a good supervillain, I think, personally. Lex Luthor, he's cool. And then the age, which does not, like, remember it's an integer, so it does not go into the quotation marks. So let's just, and he was, I'm guessing he's 30. Let's see if it works. If we could create a superhero like this. No errors, which means that we could. It's working. Let's see what time it says. Okay, let's stop this video here. The next video we are going to just call some methods from it and see that it works like before. So thank you. See you in the next video.